We're going live, please blue button, botãozinho azul, blue button to keep in the conversation. Well, we have some questions and today there are a lot of people here. So we are going to talk about self-learning, how to learn by yourself. And this is a topic that I enjoy too much. You have no idea. And I'm trying to copy and paste the questions here. It's not working. Oh my God, always happens with me. So we have 4 questions here. Check again. And oh my God, trying to get this. Oh, I feel like I'm running. Okay, so 9 questions to talk about self-learning. How do you learn by yourself? And, oh, this is very important. If you have the chance and if you feel comfortable, please open your camera so I can see your beautiful face because it's going to help a lot in our talk, all right? So I'm going to divide you in small rooms. We have a lot of people tonight, so it's been a while that I don't see like 24 people. And okay, I'm gonna have the first group here with me. Okay, the other rooms, you are going to be, I can't be in 5 places at the same time, so I'm going to be in the main room. And the other rooms, the small rooms, please choose a leader, someone who can handle the conversation, make everybody feel safe and comfortable. Please be kind with each other. Do not correct. We are not here to judge or to put people down about their English. We are really here to be ourselves. And for the girls, please, if you feel uncomfortable about anything, just click ask for help button and we get it fixed really quick, okay? So this is a really safe place, especially for girls, all right? So not just in here, but if you find anyone who is, following on Instagram and trying to get in contact and you didn't allow this person to do that, please talk to us and we can try something to avoid the situation. It's been very, very hard to happen, but if it happens, please just let me know, me or other hosts, okay? So let's go, let's have a conversation. See ya, and especially Mikael and David, no, not David, Julio Cesar, enjoy, all right? See ya, people. Have a good time. Okay, so, oh, Bruna is again here. The other, I think in the earlier today, we
It
were
was
in the main.
yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday or today, I don't know. So, Mikael, Bruna, who else? Arthur, it's been a long time. Julia and Pablo. Very good. So people, to start with, present yourselves. Just Arthur, can you start this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everybody. My name is Arthur. I live in Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais. I'm 31 years old and I work in accounting, and it's really nice to be here.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's been a while that we don't talk, that I don't see you on TNT. Like, I know you've been here, but Mikael, what about you?
Hi guys, good evening. My name is Mikael. I am 19 years old. I live in São Paulo. I work with information technology. And I'm here just for trying my speaking and listening skills. I hope that I can develop with you.
You are going to develop not just English, but a lot of other skills. Okay.
I hope.
And Pablo, I think it's the first time ever that I see you on camera. Or,
Really?
yeah, I think it's the first time. Yes.
Yes,
So, can you introduce yourself?
yes, like Michaelis, I am a software developer. I am an IT guy, a programmer, and I am here to improve my English. And how is so necessary. I am from Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. 3 weeks ago was so cold here. Now it's so hard here in Belo Horizonte.
Same here in São Paulo. Very good, very good. And you, Julia?
Hello, guys. My name is Julia. I am 22 years old. I live in Campinas, and I am doing my graduation. I am at the last year. And I am here to improve my English, my conversation. I think it's this.
I think you've been here for a while already, right?
Yes.
Great, very good. Bruna?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Bruna. I am 26. I live here in São Paulo, and yeah, it's really hot here today. Oh my God. It's terrible. Yeah. And I'm an English teacher, and I'm here because I sometimes I feel that I need to practice my speaking, and that I'm not able to do that. So it's been really nice being here with you, and I think that's it.
Very good, very good. So, Bruna, I'm gonna just ask you back. Have you ever learned anything by yourself? What
Yeah.
and how was it? What challenges have you faced?
Okay, when I read the question, I couldn't think of anything, but uh, I think it was 5 years ago. I tried to learn how to play the guitar, and it was really challenging because, like, my brother had a guitar, and I really wanted to learn how to play it. I was on vacation, so I just took it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn it. I watched some videos on YouTube, and it was really, really hard. Like, I could learn how to play like 2 or 3 songs, like the happy birthday song and some others. And I also recorded a video to a friend, like playing happy birthday. So it was really nice. But after this month, I stopped playing it, so I forgot everything. I don't know how to play anymore. It was really challenging, but like when I saw myself on the video, it was worthy. It was really nice.
Very good. Who else? Then I'm gonna just like open the questions for you to discuss. Please just open your microphone if you have something in mind about the last learning you had by yourself you want to share. Do you remember anything? No? No one? Arthur?
Yeah, I kind of learned English by myself. I had the chance, to take some courses afterwards, but at first I learned by myself. I went to live abroad a few years ago, and I had to take an English test. It was the TOEFL at the time, and I had no idea that I knew that much English, and I took it, and I was approved. And of course, afterwards, after I was there, I had to take like a actual course, an actual English course. But at first, I kind of learned by myself, watching the TV shows and listening to music. I'm quite proud of it.
Great. Arthur, I'm gonna ask you help to keep going with the conversation with others because I'm going to room number 3. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Just for a second.
absolutely. Yeah, sure. So anyone else learned anything by itself? Nothing?
I learned just how to swim. It was crazy because I was just a child, and I learned because my family always go to a cottage house really often, and I really wanted how to learn how to swim, and my parents never taught me. They thought that I was really young, so I went to the swimming pool alone. It was dangerous, but I learned how to swim.
That's nice. That's really nice. So anyone else? Julia? Never learned anything by yourself? All right. So let's go ahead to next question. Have you ever learned anything by, no, that's the last one. I'm sorry. Usually when people decide to study something by themselves, they look for pleasure or to achieve a personal goal. When it comes to enjoyment, knowledge, what do you think is the hardest thing about studying, learning by yourself? So when it comes to enjoyment, knowledge, what do you think is the hardest thing about studying, learning by yourself? That's a really complicated question. So what do I think it's the hardest part of learning by myself is that I don't have really much discipline, to keep focus. If I don't have like uh, a goal, if I don't have someone pushing me, that's why I can't remember of learning anything by my own pleasure. Like I want to learn that. I never did that. I always need like a professor, a teacher, like someone guiding me. That's for me. That's the hardest part, to have discipline. What about you guys? Felipe is back. Thank God.
Is it hard?
No, the question is quite hard. I'm struggling to interpretate, but
Yeah. Basically, this question is, first, why do you decide to study something by yourself, and what's the hardest part about it?
okay.
In
Now I
a
see.
more simple way. Julia, what do you think? Why do you decide what is the trigger that you have in mind? Oh, I'm gonna study this and I'm gonna do it by myself. Why do you do that? And what's the hardest part?
I don't know. I think can be both pleasure or to achieve a personal goal. Like I think the one activity that how can I say, I learned it by myself was yoga, was a kind of by myself, and was for pleasure because I would like to know how to do this. But I think that the difficult part is to know how to learn. It's difficult. You don't know if you are doing in a correct way. You don't have a person to guide you, and the discipline is difficult too. You need to focus, and I think it's that.
Yeah. Someone else has the same way of, or there are other difficulties. Michaeus, do you have no? About the Bruna, please.
No, I was just thinking that I agree with Julia because sometimes it's hard when you don't have anyone to like correct you or to guide you, because for example, I studied English at an English school for around a year. Then after that I stopped studying for a while Then I started studying again by myself, and it was really hard. Like though I knew the topics and everything, it was really hard to organize. I didn't have anyone to guide me. I didn't know where to start studying. So, like, I started from the scratch, like from zero, like numbers, letters. I knew that, so like I know I could have studied other topics. Like nowadays I can see it, but back then I felt I
You
should.
think you're lost, basically.
Yeah, I was really lost.
Pablo, what if you do you have anything recently that you, well, actually, why would you start to study something by yourself? I think that's a
Okay,
very fair.
I love music, and I would look learning guitar, play guitar. But for me, it's so difficult, so hard, because I don't have this gift from the music. But I like, but I don't have the gift like my brother. My brother just
Talent.
learning. Yes, me no. It's this. But I love music. One day I will learn by myself.
Great. Mikael, let's talk a little bit about your English learning, for example.
I remembered of something that I learned about it. I must say, in my era, I'm a developer, and we can learn how to programming in courses in the college, or with something that we call of documentation. Is it correct? I don't know.
Yeah,
Documentation. That is all that you need. That is all the codes. That is everything you have in there, but it's just a documentation. You just need to read. Don't have videos. Don't have a teacher teaching you. It's just a documentation, and I learned it in there in the documentation how to program.
yeah, I know that. So to code, it's something that you basically do by yourself, right? You learn a lot
So
of things.
hard, so hard.
Yeah. João, welcome. How are you? João? No. You're muted. Can you hear me? No, I don't think so. So, I remember there is something that I started by myself. I learned a couple of things by myself. For example, I learned how to play tennis by myself. I learned how to surf a little bit, but surfing is something that I started when I was a teenager, but I didn't have the chance to go often enough to the beach to practice. So I know how to surf, like just the basic, but I'm not there. It's something that I really enjoy, and I wish I could have more chances to do it. And when I decided to learn something by myself, and something more recent is Spanish, I'm learning by myself. I don't have an obligation. There's no one telling me what to do. There's no test. So it's really open. And I like that way. But sometimes I get really, tomorrow I can do this, or tomorrow I can do that. So I'm going to ask you something to help me out with this. How do you deal with these situations that, like, you postpone, you procrastinate, and when you see it, like, it's been 2 years that you're trying and you do nothing? Do you feel the same way as I do? And how do you deal with that, or you don't deal with that? You have no idea. So please, just like Julia is like nodding. Do you have anything to bring to us to share? Julia?
Sorry. Yes, this is very difficult. I have this too. But I need to try to organize myself, like schedule today I will do this and check if I do the activity. Try to organize, because in this way, creating goals, I think it's easier. Because if I don't do that, I procrastinate.
Very.
Yeah.
Who else?
That's great, Julia. But sometimes I just can't, like I try so hard, but I usually have the morning free because I start working in the afternoon, and I have a goal that is like that is to take CAE, which is like an exam, and I have to. I know I still have a lot to study and to practice, but sometimes, and like this is something I won't achieve in a year. I know it will take me a lot of study, and I know that in order to achieve or to improve my speaking, listening, writing, all my skills, I know that in order to improve it, I need to practice every day or at least every week. So it's really hard because sometimes in the morning I just want to sleep because I work in the afternoon and night, and like this is the only moment I have to study. So it's kinda hard. I really don't know if I have an answer for this question.
Yeah. I'm just like, I need some help. What tips can you get? Which tips can you get to me?
I think like talking to people is something really useful, like or studying with other people the same way we are doing here. Like I'm here because I want to improve my speaking. How are you going to improve your writing skills? Like set some goals, or how are you going to improve your listening? Choose a topic you like, or choose a podcast you're interested in. So of course we are talking about English here, but I think we can talk about different topics too.
And talking about TNT especially, I have been telling people that being a host is one of the ways to really improve your English, because I don't know about you, but like if you don't have anyone watching you, you're just like, okay, tomorrow I can do it, or then maybe the next day. You don't have like a commitment to anyone, just to yourself. And it's easier to quit something that you started when nobody knows. But for example, as a host, every time I need to be here. So like we had 24 people today. So if I decide to quit or to give up or to not be here, there will be 24 people waiting for me. So I don't do for me, I do for all of you. So my commitment, it grows and gets bigger just because there are other people involved. So I like to say to other people, if you want to really master your English, or if you want to improve your speaking skills, become a host. Because every week you're gonna have the chance and you're gonna really have the commitment. Because if you don't want to be here to be a host on your time that you decided to be, you're gonna need to find someone to do it. And this person is going to be overwhelmed somehow because of one more activity on that week. And if there's no one, imagine who is going to come to host. Myself, basically. So by the end of the day, if nobody shows up, I am going to be here, at least with English. And I hope with Spanish soon enough. So what do you think? Do you think it's easier for you to quit if it's just you and yourself, or it doesn't matter? You could quit because of the others, or I don't know. For you, Arthur, do you think it's, yeah, Mikael, please.
No, I just would say, could you repeat, please? Because I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my question it was confusing. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Do you believe, let me read you the question. Do you believe it's easier for you to quit what you started when you have no one watching? Or it's easier for you when there are more people involved? Do you have any example? Like if you start studying English by yourself, is it easier to stop studying? Or if you are having classes with more people, it's different. How do you deal with that? That's basically the question. Not a good question again, but I tried. Arthur, what do you think? How do you deal with this situation? An example?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am the biggest procrastinator. I don't even know if that's a word.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly that.
yeah, I'm the biggest ever. I leave everything for tomorrow, and I have problems prioritizing. You know, I always leave what I don't like for last. And I really have a problem organizing my priorities. But yeah, absolutely, something that always worked for me is to like have a group, have a commitment. When I have a commitment with the group, I go through with it. And like in my graduation, I always, I was always like leaving for tomorrow my individual jobs, my individual like homeworks, assignments. But whenever I had like a group, a group presentation, I always took the lead. I never left, my friends unattended. I always had like a commitment to participate, to be the leader. I never wanted to leave my friends unattended. But lots of times I did not like have a individual job on time, but I was like participating on the group work, and that's always like something that worked out for me. When I have a commitment with someone, I always tend to be more participative, more responsible. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that topic is really, really hard for me because yeah, I really have trouble going through with stuff when it only depends on my own.
Very good. Pablo, do you have the same? Do you have an example to share?
Yes, I think the best example what you said before, it's put yourself in your position that you need to explain on other people, like a professor, like a teacher. And I remember some guy, I asked him how he passed in the job in federal government, you need to make a test. And he just tell me because he was a professor in Senai, and he need to know to explain other people. And when he go the test for the exam for the federal job, he passed it.
Very good. Nikias, and you?
Guys, I think we should talk about another thing, else I might start crying. Remember of the things that I should have done today and I didn't. Because I am bigger than Arthur when the subject is procrastinating.
Yeah, first of all, I shouldn't be here. Like you guys can be sure I shouldn't be here. I should be doing something else.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
But I think that I don't remember if it was Bruna or Julia that talked about schedule, but I do this too, and I think that it helps a lot.
Yeah.
And another thing that helps is you have the agenda of the days of the month, and you put something green and red, saying how was your day, and in the end of the month you can say how was your month.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry if I do that. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyone else want to add something to this? I think it's this conversation is turning into like a therapy session about procrastination. And by the way, like for example, TNT is for free. And I see a lot of people, they join for 1, 2 weeks and then they just, oh, okay, next week I'm gonna go, or the next day. And when you see it passes like 3, 4, 6 months. Do you have this feeling on TNT like, oh, like you just have like the time is there, a lot of groups that you can talk, and then you just postpone to be here, and then like 1, 2 weeks without coming. Do you have this like behavior somehow?
I started joining the talk like last week. No, 2 weeks ago. And last week I felt that I should have joined more than once, you know. So yesterday I was like, this week I need to try better, like I need to try harder, and I will try to join every day. and and I'm here.
Can I recommend something? It's a video of TED Talks. I don't know if you guys know, but it's a video. The name is Inside the Mind of a Master Procrastinator. It's a good video and it's in English for you practice your listening.
It's
I
an amazing video.
I'll type it in here.
That's a good one.
Julia, you've been here for a while. Have you ever had, this situation like, oh, tomorrow I'll go and then you don't come? And
Yes, but I felt that my schedule was a little organized too, because I was doing my graduation, a lot of things in in my university. So I think I stayed out for a while, but I am come back. I'm trying to be here regularly, with some frequency.
yeah, just if you want to be like a host, that's a good option.
Yes.
No pressure. All right.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So, well, we are using internet, right, nowadays, especially because of COVID and the whole situation. And there are a lot of content out there, Google, YouTube, and other things, and like we are putting this out live and for free. So do you think it gets easier for you to learn by yourself because of internet and all the things that people offer for free, or you think it's the opposite? No, it's worse. What do you think about this? It's basically the question number 5. What do you think? Let's open the microphone.
Yeah, I think it's easier with the internet because we have more tools, more ways to study or to learn something new. Some videos, groups, and I think this is better.
What else?
Yes, I agree with you, Julia. And like IT guy, and internet is so amazing. I think it's more easy to be outdated. And I think what are the pros and cons? I think just have pros. I can't see some cons from internet because nowadays I can learn what I need so quickly in my house, and I am in a home office so long time. And yesterday I had to take my motorcycle and to go to the center of the city. I remember what's so awful, so difficult, that the traffic, the loss of time I lost. And with internet, I don't lost this time. I earn more time to learn something English, another language, another things for my life. I think internet nowadays just have cons for learning.
Oh, actually, pros, right? Yeah, the pros. So what about the cons? Like, Mikhail, do you have an idea what are the cons of like
Just
internet?
about study or about work too?
No, about studying, like about learning something.
Studying. I think sometimes you don't focus how you would focus when you are in the class. Sometimes, and I think it depends of the person too. It happens with me, but I don't think that it happens with everyone.
Arthur, do you have any pros, cons?
Yeah, I have both. Like, internet is great. Like, it's amazing how knowledge became so accessible for everybody. And nowadays I see things like my father, and I always see myself like talking something with him, and he's like, oh, I saw a video on YouTube about that, and I learned that on YouTube, and I saw a guy on YouTube doing that. Like, my dad's almost 60, and he was never like into technology or anything like that. And nowadays, when he wants to learn about something, he just Googles it or look it up on YouTube. There's always someone teaching anything on YouTube. That's quite great, but that's also quite the problem, because like everyone thinks that they know everything about anything because they learned on YouTube. So people are starting to think that they don't need a professional for anything else. They are doctors, they are, therapists, they are mechanicals, electricians, they are graduated English teachers, yeah, financial experts. They don't need anybody to do anything else. And that's just not the truth. It's great for, basic things like to learn a recipe, or, to find out about any superficial thing. But you have to agree that sometimes you just need a professional. You won't learn anything on YouTube, and people are starting to lose it, in that point. It's kind of blurry, but people have to start to limitate what they can and can't learn on internet.
That's a good point. I like that. What else? Anybody else? João, can you hear me? No, João just listening. So I think like internet helps a lot, but we need to be careful because there are a lot of misinformation that you get, and it's like the Wikipedia. Like in the beginning, they were looking for people to write, and anybody could write there. And there are some there's an organization around it nowadays to avoid misinformation. But in the beginning, it was like anyone could start something there, put information. So people, regular, like ordinary people, they don't have like the commitment to the truth or the facts. So that's why we have a lot of fake news nowadays, right? Well, just to finish, like before we bring people back, I'm gonna go to question number 9 because it deals. I think it's a good one to to share some things that you do when you're learning a language by yourself. What could you share? What are the tips for someone to learn a language by themselves? What could you advise them? What are the tips for people to be efficient on their study? No tips, but do not study at all.
Okay. I think it depends on the goal the person has, but I think that studying, not every day, because sometimes we just can't study every day. If you don't have the time to study every day, it's important to study every week at least, right? And I think that's a hard question, because like it depends on what the person wants to achieve, you know. If you want to improve your listening, you should listen. As you said, like yesterday, if you want to improve your speaking, you have to speak. If you want to improve your writing, you need to write and to try and try and try. And so I think that's the biggest tip ever.
Who else? Any tips? Julia, Pablo,
For my case, I think the best way it's conversation, just conversation like we are doing now, because I participated 2 years in a course of English and didn't have someone conversation, just writing, and I didn't develop so good. And with conversation, I am better now. I think I am better now.
What else?
Like being hungry. People always say to me, like, I would never like speak English with anybody. I'm really ashamed. And I always give the same answer. Be hungry. Be in another country, hungry. You won't starve to death. You will point, you will wave, I don't know, you make it a way. The best way to, a professor told me one time that the best way to learn how to swim is swimming. So just swim, be hungry in a place, ask something, don't be ashamed, and move on. That's the best way.
Yeah. I think that's exactly the word, be hungry. If you're not hungry, then nothing's gonna happen. Very good. People are coming back. All right. So, very good. Very good. Welcome back, Guilherme, Warley, Victor, Luis, David, Leo. Hello, Leo. Larissa. So, people, Fabiola as well, I'm going to ask all of you one thing. I want just one word to describe the talk that you had right now. How could you describe the experience you had with just one single word, not world, word? So let me start with Bruna. So just one word.
One word to describe. Oh my god.
Something you learned, the experience itself, about the topic.
It was great, but great is too general, right? Let's think of something else. It was.
Yeah, it's the most difficult it's for you because you're the first.
I know. I think it was. I'm trying to think of adjectives, something.
I'm gonna bring someone else. Heitor,
Okay,
can you help?
thank you.
Can you help us?
Good is good. Why not? But for me, it's accent.
Very
Accent was my word.
good. What about fabula? One word.
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Pedro, you're muted. You're muted. Your microphone.
Sorry, guys. I have a lot of words, but I choose interesting.
Very good. Ricardo. Can you repeat? I couldn't hear.
Powerful.
Powerful.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Great. Wonderful. Very good. Diane?
Well, awesome.
Awesome. Julia?
Amazing.
Amazing. Arthur?
Relaxing.
Pablo?
Light.
Miqueias?
Incredible.
Leo? To not go
It was funny.
funny. Guilherme?
Knowledge.
Very good. David?
Oh man, it was amazing, man.
Very good. Luis?
It was nice.
Great. Maísa?
Improve.
João? Oh, João, I think he is not going to answer. He's muted. Warley?
Productive.
Great. Leandra?
Learning.
Learning. Gustavo Nunes?
Perfect.
Larissa?
Reflection.
And finally, no, Julia, did you see already?
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
And Bruna?
Okay, thank you guys. It was much better. So I would say outstanding.
Very good. So why did I do this? Just because we are talking about self-learning or autodidacticism. I don't know if that's the best word, but like we have 22 people here. So you have the chance to learn 22 new vocabulary. Adjectives, basically. So every single time is a chance to learn something. And if you're coming here, you are going always, oh, I forgot cans. I'm sorry, cans. Oh my God, I'm really
I
sorry.
was keeping quiet because I was trying to think about some word, but I only come to composite words like self-awareness, because this topic we could think about how we learn by ourselves, but other people have the other ways to learn by themselves, and each one of them has its own difficulties, because so it's a composite word, self-awareness.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Self-awareness, I think it's the key. And also Leandra, I didn't ask Leandra. Oh my God, I forgot a lot of people. Or no, Leandra, she said, she answered, I guess. Oh my God, I'm confused. But anyway, people, we always have a chance to learn, and you have 90 questions to ask yourself and to answer quiet before you go to bed. How can you improve your English skills? And there is one good way to do that for free. Is to become a host. When you become a host on TNT, you have the commitment with other people, and you're gonna have a chance every week to speak, to bring a topic and some questions. But you're not going to be alone to do that. We are going to prepare you. We are going to help you. And we are a group that is growing, and we need more people to help to bring more times throughout the week. So if you have like, if you think it's going to be good for you, just subscribe in here. So there is this link, bit.ly/cadastro facilitador. So in there, you're gonna have some questions to answer, and please do it carefully. It's going to help me a lot to decide and to understand your moment and what is your view about the project and about the learning itself. So the market, when you do interviews or when you are at work, people, they value you a lot. They understand the power of being a leader in the group, because you're going to master your English, leadership skills, communication, emotional intelligence, and more important, the commitment with other people. So that's basically what I really want you to be aware of, because it's been, for me, personally speaking, it's been an amazing experience to be a host, because, you know, I'm here, I need to think about ideas, I need to be really creative. So you're going to develop your creativity, and you're going to learn a lot, meet a lot of people. So if you want to be part of this, just subscribe. It's for free. You also get some, you know, we are going to give you a course, an English course to study, and some English classes, just because you're going to help us and help other people to speak English. You don't need to be the best English ever, just like an intermediate level to handle a conversation. And I hope to have the chance to talk to any of you personally in this this process. We interview you individually to have like a conversation to understand a little bit better. And I speak too much. Oh my God. So I want to thank you all for your time. I hope you had a great experience. For me, it was really good. Thank you, Bruna, Julia, Miqueias, Pablo, Arthur, and João, for being with me in the main room. And please, if you enjoyed this topic, subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a like on this video and a comment about how was your experience. Okay? Have a good night. See you, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.